Hello and welcome, accounting students. So today we're going to just be taking a look at QuickBooks. I'm going to show you guys how to make some general journal entries. This is just what we're going to be doing right now. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Just trying to get us comfortable with this program, get us to learn the ropes of it before we start trying to get into the more complex stuff that you can do with this program. So on page 305 of the accounting book, we have the fast track tutoring service, and then we have the transactions, and we're just going to make those general journal entries in this account or in this program, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how we're going to do that. So if you look, it says the date is December 1st. It's not December 1st. We're going to go February 1st for us. And let's look at the first transaction. Jennifer Rachel invested $25,000 in the business. So she invested $25,000 in the business. Now, I don't know if you guys remember your rules of increasing and decreasing debit and credit, but there is a Quizlet that we do have out there on the accounting page, and I will show you guys that. So this here is the Quizlet that Mr. Hartung made back when we were just learning about debit and credit increases and decreases, but this is the increase only. So this will help us out because if you increase one side, you can tell what it also is going to decrease. So if we look at the first transaction, it says Jennifer Rachel invested $25,000 in the business. So that's going to be an owner's equity. So what do? We credit that to increase it. But we have to have our debit, so that's going to be our checking account. So we go in here, we don't see a checking account. That's okay, because if you don't have a checking account in here, it's real simple. You come in here to the Add New, click on that, and you should get all these options, all the different classifications. Mr. Hartung should have gone over this with you in class. If he didn't, you can read here to see what sort of accounts you would normally see in each classification. See your office supplies for expenses, fixed assets are more like the buildings and stuff like that. This one we're going to click on bank. So we click on bank, you see checking is there, and we need that. We need the checking because that is what we are going to use as our cash in bank account. So we're going to go ahead and name this cash in bank, and then you need an account number. So let's just go ahead and put in 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So now that's our account. You don't need to worry about all this other stuff. All this other stuff you can worry about later. So then we're going to go ahead and click save and close. So here's our cash in bank. So if we want to look back, you see that the owner's equity is increased with a credit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put $25,000 in the debit for the cash in bank. And then here we're going to go ahead and find our capital, and we're going to go put $25,000 in that. And that's our first transaction. That is our first journal entry. I'm going to move myself over here because I'm out of the way here for the stuff that I'm going to need. So now you see up here there's an arrow. There's this little arrow right here. And that's going to save our changes and then open up another entry. That's what we want to do because you can see here it says entry 1. So we're going to go ahead and click here. And it makes a little sound. And that's fine. So then we look down here, and our next transaction is we bought a cash register. And it's going to be filed under office equipment for $525. We're going to go here because the date is the 2nd, and that's important. You need to make sure your dates are right because when you're doing these sort of transactions, you don't want to get mixed up on the days. So you need to make sure that you're checking your date at the corner of the screen every time you're making these transactions so that everything kind of lines up. So we bought a cash register for $525. That's going to be filed under office equipment. Now, office equipment, if you look in the book, is an asset. So let's go back here. An asset is increased by debit. So that's going to be our first one. That's real simple. We're going to put that here. So office equipment, I'm going to put $525. Now, you see how the program automatically fills that out for you. That's real nice. We don't have to do that manually. Now, since it's not on account, it's right out of our checking, so the cash in bank is our credit. And you can put a memo here if you want to. I generally don't, but when you're in a business, you're going to want to put a description. So let's go ahead and just do that. We're going to say bought a cash register for, or bought a cash register, and then we'll put a comma, and then check 101. And then you can go ahead and click next, and you're just going to keep moving on through the book. So you have all your transactions in the book. You have all the things that you need to go through. You got this little cheat sheet up at the top for your charts of accounts. It tells you what kind of account it is. You've also got the Quizlet here that I've shown you. It'll tell you what increases what accounts. It's a real simple fly through, but this is just to get us comfortable with the program. We're going to be doing more later on, but right now we just want to get comfortable with this program so that we know how to work around this program and the things that we need to do to not screw up the program. So that's basically it. If you need any more help, you can go find Mr. Hartzang or myself if I'm in that class with you, and we will be more than happy to help. But anyways, good luck with making your journal entries, and I can't not wait to help you guys with some more help in this QuickBooks.